Hi and a very good day. So in this video session, I will discuss about the second exercise that I gave you guys last week. Right. So here, the thing is, in this exercise, some of you might find that there are actually a quite confusing way on how we can ask the question in R. Okay, the thing is you just need to familiar yourself with the term in R. Okay, so that when the question asked by us, okay, you can answer it, okay, depending on the terms. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, yes, I believe that there are some questions that need for you guys to seek further explanation outside my lecture notes, right? The thing is, I want you guys to be independent and make mistake, so that I know where I can improve the explanation on my particular notes, right? So don't afraid to do mistakes. Okay, thank you for everyone who try this question. Okay, so again, I will explain, right? So question one here, as we can see here, the first step is, I think you guys already success in understanding about on how can you create the vector. Okay, so here I ask you guys to create a vector of an object named movie ratings, okay, and movie titles, right? And then and then I ask you to name the vector. Okay, to name the vector. Right. So the thing is, make sure that you put the correct order. Okay, so name here is a function. Okay, where you want to implement the function, we actually want to implement the function to the movie ratings by giving the names of movie title. Because suppose that we have these moving ratings, okay, you don't have you do, you we don't understand what 1 4 2 4, okay, and so on. So instead of that, we want to give the attributes of name in our movie rating, so we use name function. Okay, now we will have this particular output. Again, even though that you have this it's just like row column, no, it's actually a same vector, but now your vector have names attribute. Okay, the structure of your uh, our uh, our movie, okay, even now str is moving rating. Okay, we check the str for movie rating, right? So here the vector have attribute names, but again it's still a vector. Okay, so that's question one. You guys, most of you can answer this question. Okay, move on to the next question, question two. Alright, so as we can see here, okay, in question two, I give terms of list in the question. Okay, so I hope that you can differentiate between Python list and R list. Okay, a list in ours is actually if you want to list several object in particularly only one object. Okay, you want to list all object. Okay, list here is very important when we dealing with a lot of output, and then we want to compress the output in a single object. It means that you call the single object, you get all of the output. That's when list is being used, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the thing here. Okay, uh, in creating list, okay, you need this function. Okay, list function. Alright. okay, this list function without the C. Okay, the C is for us to create a vector. Okay, suppose that we already have our movie ratings and movie titles. Okay, as we can see here, the value of our movie ratings and movie title is already installed in the environment, so that maybe you don't need to create this particular object because of it already in R. Most of you, when I see your exercise, most of you, you create. It means that you create. It means that you type it again. Okay, movie ratings. Okay, multiple type movie rating, movie title. Okay, the thing is, once you have this particular script, okay, suppose that I want to try. Is it successfully executed if I just put list, movie ratings and movie titles? Right. And then I ask, okay, as we can see here, it is not like what we want. Okay, your rating list here now it be redundant. Captain Marvel 1, and then you have a second list. Okay, Captain Marvel, Bikers Kental. Okay, because of what? Because in the first question, we already changed the structure of our vector. That's why when we try to make a list of our output here, okay, this is the representation. Okay, so how to redo this particular, how to redo uh, the changes in the structure? Okay, without typing it, you just go for the, okay, the first, the this line, you just run it again without typing, and then you run this again. Okay, and then you try again. Okay, as we can see here, okay, because we use the original structure of our vector, okay, you get, instead of this particular output, you get this output. Alright. Okay, so now question 2 here is the exercise for naming list. Okay, so we don't understand what are this particular output. This output is for what? This output is for what? So what we can do, right? We want to name this particular list, the first and second. So what we do? Okay, so we create a vector which is rating label, and then you use name function to name the list. And what happened, instead of this particular output, you get rating title. Okay, so what are the dollar sign here? Okay, this dollar sign function is also I'm not mentioning in my previous lecture, but most of you are trying to use it. Okay, this particular dollar function is to call a particular list. Okay, suppose that we want, okay, here rating list, and then you put the dollar function, or we suggest us which one that you want, rating or title. Okay, suppose that I want titles. Okay, and then I just, right, I will get this particular output. Right, so that's how list works for question 2. Okay, so make sure that we don't write any unnecessary code, to make sure that okay, to save the time and so on lah. Okay, but of course for you to familiarize yourself with R, you need more exercise and so on. Right, so let's move on to question 3. Okay, for question 3, it is actually one particular vector that that okay that I want you to have a special treatment when we dealing with this particular, okay, vector. All of you basically already success to execute this, but in terms of gender, Okay, because in the next exercise I ask you guys to change. Okay, I use the hints level. It means that actually I ask you guys to present gender as factor. Okay, alright, so this is actually the thing. Okay, alright, so to create a data frame, okay, you just list all of this particular, okay, particular object, and then by using data dot frame function, okay, you can create uh, an object with a data frame structure named df details. Alright, okay, so let's take a look at the basic structure of data frame function. Okay, so here as we can see here, I hope that after this you go for your own console and try to check here. Alright, so okay, so this is our data frame. Okay, our data frame function. Okay, you can list this argument are either the form value or tag value and so on. It means that okay, you can list you can put, sorry, you can put all of object, okay, but remember to put the comma symbols to differentiate it, right? And then okay, the difference between my version and your version, from my reading, okay, from my reading, okay, from my reading, uh my data frame, the default argument is string as factor equals to, okay, false, right? So here string as factor, it means that okay, suppose that you are forget uh, to assign gender as factor. So what you can do, you just add this argument, which is string as factor equals to true, because by default string as factor is equals to false. That's how R works. The same as row names. Okay, you can assign the row names in the data frame function, or you can explicitly execute the row names. Okay, as example here. Okay, okay, you write another code to names your row by using names. It is also uh, this is also an option to get the value. Alright, okay, so let's execute, okay, our data frame function here. Okay, and then let's call our df details. Okay, alright, okay, so this is the representation. As we can see here, there is no more 1 2 3 4. Okay, instead of that, your 1 2 3 4 is replaced by the names of each row. But remember, in data frame, your row name must be unique. Okay, must be unique. So if we have another Alex in our class as example, so this particular row name will not works. Okay, even in your environment, you can, okay, double click your data frame, and the pane here in your script section here will give us how you can view your data frame. Okay, so this is why it best for us to work with data frame. Okay, so here the most important part here is, okay, you run the str function. Okay, right, so now as we can see here, our gender now is a factor with two level, which is our level is F and M. Okay, in data frame, for factor, how our view the factor is, they code this particular level by using numbers. Okay, 1 1 2 2 1 2 1. Behind our data frame, okay, there is actually code for our factor, which is F for 1, M sorry, okay, yes, F for 1, M for 2. Alright, so the thing is, we can change, okay, this particular 1 and 2 value. Suppose that we want 1 to represent as another level, 2 represent as another level. We can change it by using level function. Okay, so the level is F and M. Okay, so now we want to replace the value, okay, of 1 as M, okay, 2 as F, right? Okay, so what we do, alright, now the thing is, we already changed the value, okay, M, F, F, M, and so on. Alright, okay, some of you use another function, okay, and you guys also get the same output. I think that's okay, because the thing in R is you will have a different way to write your function just to want to get the same output. Okay, but the thing is, as long as the objective of your writing the code is achieved, it is okay. In terms of how convenient your the way on how you code, it is actually depends on your experience and so on, right? Okay, so that's the thing that I want to highlight. Okay, make sure that the gender here is a factor first before we execute this level function. Okay, right, so I think that's all for my exercise review. If you have any question, you can always ask me, right? Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.